Hello and welcome to Healthy Aging Hub. Let me ask you something right at the start. After turning 50, have you felt your body changing in ways you didn't expect? Maybe you don't have the same energy you once had, maybe climbing stairs feels harder, maybe your stamina in daily life has dropped, or maybe you've noticed changes in confidence even in your private moments. Most people think this is just normal aging. We hear it all the time. Well, you're getting older, so of course these things happen. But what if I told you that's not the full story? What if I told you there's a simple, natural way to fight back against these changes? One that hardly anyone talks about. Here's the surprising truth. All of these issues, low stamina, weaker bladder control, loss of energy, even reduced performance in the bedroom, are often linked to a single hidden muscle. A muscle that almost no one ever trains, yet it controls so much of how strong, energetic, and confident you feel every day. Now, doctors rarely mention it. You won't find it in your typical workout plan, and most people don't even realize it exists. But strengthening this secret muscle can lead to massive improvements: better blood flow and circulation, stronger bladder control, improved posture and stability, more stamina and endurance, and yes, even better performance and confidence after 50. Sounds too good to be true? Stick with me, because in this video I'm going to show you exactly what this exercise is, why it works, and how you can start practicing it right away at home in just a few minutes a day. The best part, nobody around you will even know you're doing it. You don't need equipment, you don't need a gym, and you don't need hours of training. It's completely natural, it's safe, and it's been helping people feel younger and stronger for centuries, even though almost nobody talks about it today. So if you've been feeling that your best days are behind you, stay tuned, because what I'm about to share could completely change the way you feel. Not just in your workouts, not just in your health, but in your overall confidence and performance in life. Now that you understand why the secret muscle is so important, let's start with the very first movement, the beginner version of the Kegel exercise, also known as the basic squeeze. A lot of people over 50 have never even heard of the pelvic floor, so the first step is simply learning how to find it. Here's the easiest way. Imagine you are using the bathroom, and suddenly you need to stop the flow of urine midstream. That little squeeze you make to hold it in, that's the pelvic floor muscle. It sits deep inside, almost like a hammock, supporting your bladder, your bowel, and for men, even playing a big role in performance and stamina. So let's go step by step. First, get into a comfortable position. You can sit upright in a chair with your feet flat on the ground, or if that feels difficult, lie down on your back with your knees bent. The most important thing is that you feel relaxed. Now focus on keeping your stomach, thighs, and buttocks loose. We don't want those muscles to take over. Next, gently squeeze the pelvic floor muscle, as if you are stopping urine mid-flow. Hold this gentle contraction for about 3 to 5 seconds. Don't hold your breath, breathe naturally as you squeeze. Then slowly release and fully relax the muscle for another 3 to 5 seconds. That's 1 repetition. To begin, aim for 10 repetitions. Once you finish, rest for a minute or so and then repeat another set of 10. Over time, you can work up to 3 sets in a day. That might sound like a lot, but remember, each rep takes less than 10 seconds, and you can do it almost anywhere, while watching TV, sitting in the car, or even before bed. In the beginning, it may feel a little strange or difficult to isolate the right muscle. That's completely normal. Think of it like trying to flex a muscle you didn't even know existed. It takes a little practice, but if you stick with it, within a week or two you'll start to notice better control, more awareness of your core, and even improvements in bladder strength. This basic squeeze is the foundation. Just like you can't build a house without a strong base, you can't unlock the real benefits of pelvic floor training without mastering this first step. Great job on mastering the basic squeeze. Once you've gotten comfortable with finding your pelvic floor and doing those gentle 3 to 5 second squeezes, it's time to take things up a notch. This next variation is called the intermediate hold, and it's designed to build real strength and endurance in your pelvic floor. Here's how it works. Instead of just a short squeeze and release, now we're going to hold the contraction for a longer time. Think of it like moving from a light push-up to a slow, controlled plank. It's the same muscle but with more focus and intensity. Start in the same comfortable position, either sitting tall in a chair or lying down on your back with your knees bent. Relax your stomach, thighs, and buttocks, and take a few slow breaths to prepare. Now gently tighten your pelvic floor muscle, as if you are trying to stop urine mid-flow. This time, instead of holding for 3 seconds, aim for 5 to 7 seconds. If you feel strong, you can gradually build up to 8 or even 10 seconds. As you hold, keep your breathing steady. Inhale slowly through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and focus only on that deep internal muscle. Don't clench your stomach, don't squeeze your glutes, just the pelvic floor. When your hold time is done, release slowly and relax for the same amount of time. 5 to 10 seconds. That relaxation is just as important as the contraction. Repeat this for 8 to 10 repetitions. At first, you might only manage 5-second holds, and that's perfectly fine. Over the weeks, as your pelvic floor grows stronger, you'll notice you can hold longer without strain. That's the sign that your endurance is improving. Why is this step so powerful? Because longer holds train the pelvic floor to stay strong under pressure. This directly improves bladder control, reduces urgency, and enhances stamina in daily activities, even during physical or intimate moments where endurance really matters. Think of it like charging up a battery. Each time you practice these longer squeezes, you're storing up more strength and more control. And the best part is, just like the beginner version, you can do it anywhere and no one will even notice. So if movement 1 was about waking up the muscle, movement 2 is about training it to stay strong. This is where you really start feeling the benefits in your daily life. By now you've learned how to wake up the pelvic floor with the basic squeeze and then strengthen it with longer holds. Now it's time to bring in something new, speed and rhythm. This next variation is called the quick pulse, and it's one of the most powerful ways to increase stamina, blood circulation, and overall energy in that region. Here's why quick pulses matter. Think of your pelvic floor like any other muscle. If you only hold it for long stretches, it builds endurance, but it can still feel slow or heavy. But when you add short, sharp contractions, you train the muscle to respond faster with better coordination and improved blood flow. This combination of strength plus speed is exactly what helps improve performance in daily activities. And yes, even during those private moments no one likes to talk about. Let's get into it step by step. Start in a comfortable position. I recommend sitting upright on the edge of a chair with your back straight and feet flat on the ground. Place your hands on your thighs to relax your upper body. Now, just like before, find your pelvic floor muscle by imagining you're stopping the flow of urine. But instead of holding, this time you're going to squeeze and release quickly. Tighten for just 1 second, then immediately let go. That's 1 pulse. The goal is to keep it sharp and controlled, no clenching your abs, thighs, or glutes. Only the pelvic floor should be moving. Begin with 10 quick pulses in a row, rest for 10 seconds, and then repeat. Aim for 3 sets. As you get stronger, you can increase to 15 or even 20 quick pulses in 1 set. Now here's the secret. It's not just about speed, it's about consistency. These rapid contractions boost blood circulation in the pelvic area, which is vital for energy, recovery, and performance. They also train the muscle to switch on when you need it most, giving you better control and responsiveness. A simple way to think of it is like training your reflexes. Imagine an athlete practicing short sprints in between long runs. That's what you're doing for your pelvic floor with quick pulses. You're teaching it to fire faster, stay coordinated, and work in rhythm with the rest of your body. One tip: at first, you may feel your muscles tiring quickly, and that's normal. Don't push too hard in the beginning. Just like lifting weights, your endurance will build over time. Within a couple of weeks, you'll notice the difference, not only in muscle strength but also in improved stamina, confidence, and energy. Quick pulses may look simple, but they are a game changer. They bridge the gap between endurance and real-life performance. This is the movement that gives you that extra edge, the ability to stay in control when it matters most. So remember, movement 1 woke up the muscle, movement 2 built strength, and now movement 3 adds speed, stamina, and circulation. This is where the results really start to compound. Now that you've mastered the basic squeeze, built strength with longer holds, and developed stamina with quick pulses, it's time to bring everything together. This final variation is what I call the functional Kegel, where we connect the pelvic floor with deep breathing and the core muscles. This step is essential because it makes the exercise more natural, powerful, and directly useful in your daily life. Here's the big secret: your pelvic floor doesn't work alone. It's actually part of a team of muscles that includes your diaphragm, the muscle you use to breathe, your deep abdominal muscles, and even your lower back. When you coordinate all of these together, you unlock a stronger core, better posture, improved balance, and yes, far more control and confidence in your performance. So let's go step by step. Start by lying down on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and one hand resting gently on your belly. Close your eyes if you'd like, this will help you focus. Now take a slow deep breath in through your nose. As you inhale, let your belly rise and imagine your pelvic floor gently expanding, almost like a balloon filling with air. Don't force anything, just allow the muscles to relax naturally. Next comes the important part. As you exhale slowly through your mouth, gently tighten your pelvic floor, lifting it upward as if you're stopping the flow of urine. At the same time, pull your belly button slightly inward, engaging your deep core muscles. Hold this contraction for 5 to 7 seconds while you complete your exhale. Then relax fully as you take your next breath in. Repeat this cycle for 8 to 10 breaths. With each inhale, relax and expand. With each exhale, contract and lift. This is functional functional training, your pelvic floor working in harmony with your breath and your core. Once you're comfortable lying down, you can also practice this sitting in a chair, standing tall, or even during gentle movements like walking. The goal is to make the pelvic floor part of your natural breathing rhythm, so it supports you throughout the day without you even thinking about it. Why is this movement so important? Because it's practical. In real life, you rarely need your pelvic floor in isolation. You need it while you breathe, while you move, while you lift something, or while you're active. By connecting it to your breath and core, you make it automatic, and that's when you really start to see results. Many people over 50 notice that when they practice functional Kegels, not only do they improve bladder control and performance, but they also stand taller, feel stronger in their midsection, and move with more confidence. It's the difference between exercising a muscle in the gym and actually using it in the real world. So remember, this is the final step of your journey. Movement 1 woke the muscle up, Movement 2 gave it strength, Movement 3 added stamina, and now Movement 4 ties it all together with breath and core power. This is how you make pelvic floor training a natural, lifelong habit. Congratulations if you've made it this far. You've just unlocked one of the best kept secrets to improving performance, confidence, and overall vitality after 50. Most people focus only on the big, obvious muscles like the arms, legs, or chest, but you now know that the pelvic floor, a muscle no one talks about, plays an equally powerful role in your health, energy, and even your intimate life. Let's quickly recap what you've learned today. In Movement 1, you discovered the basic squeeze, the foundation that wakes up the pelvic floor and helps you find the right muscle. In Movement 2, you learned how to build strength with longer holds, giving you more control and stability. Then in Movement 3, you added quick pulses for stamina, blood flow, and responsiveness. And finally, in Movement 4, you tied everything together with breathing and core integration, making the exercise functional and practical for daily life. Each of these steps builds on the other, and together they form a complete routine that can transform the way you feel and move every single day. The best part? You don't need a gym, expensive equipment, or even a lot of time. Just a few minutes of practice consistently and you'll begin to notice changes. Better posture, stronger control, more confidence, and yes, improved performance in areas of life that really matter. Now here's something important to remember. Results don't come overnight. Just like any muscle, the pelvic floor responds to consistency. If you stick with this routine for just 2 to 3 weeks, you'll begin to notice subtle improvements. Give it 2 to 3 months and you may feel like a completely new version of yourself. And let me say this, don't let age be an excuse. Turning 50, 60, or even 70 doesn't mean slowing down. In fact, it's the perfect time to focus on the areas most people ignore. By taking care of your pelvic floor, you're not just improving performance, you're investing in your independence, your confidence, and your ability to enjoy life to the fullest, no matter what your age is. So here's your challenge. Starting today, set aside just 5 minutes, once in the morning and once in the evening, to go through these 4 movements. It may feel small, but it's these small habits that create big transformations over time. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for taking the time to invest in your health and well-being. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Healthy Aging Hub so you don't miss future tips, exercises, and routines designed specifically for men and women over. And if you know someone who could benefit from this secret exercise, maybe a spouse, a friend, or even a family member, share this video with them. Trust me, they'll thank you later. Remember, it's never too late to feel strong, confident, and young at heart. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video with more simple, powerful routines to help you age gracefully and actively.